we had still not found like that church home for us where we felt like we really belonged and really felt like part of a true family. And TBF, that's where we found that. I am Tori Ruiz.
I'm Addison Ruiz.
And I'm Stuart Ruiz.
And we have been going to TBF for the past 4 years. Stuart and I have been married for 19 years, and we were high school sweethearts. We've lived in Lebanon our entire life, and we decided early on that this is where we wanted to live and raise a family, and so we have been here ever since, and absolutely love going to the bridge.
I think it was summer of 2022, and one of my best friends at the time came up to me and was like, hey, I go to this church on Wednesday nights and they get food sometimes and they have really fun games, and I think that you would have so much fun if you went with me. And I was kind of new in my walk with God, so I was like, sure, let's just try it out. I ended up going, and I remember the student pastor at the time, and all the people around me were so on fire for God. Everyone's putting their hands up, the worship is insane, and I was just I want to be a part of this. I want to have this fire for God all the time. So I went home to my parents that night and I was like, I don't care what you're doing, we're going to this church. Because we were going to church but not very faithfully on Sundays. And then we went.
She came home one day and said, you guys can keep going to church wherever you're going to church, but I'm gonna go to the bridge, and if you wanna go, fine, but if not, I'll see you later. And me and Tori kind of said, well, if our 11 or 12-year-old wants to go to church and she's just motivated about it, then we will pack up and follow her.
It was just really exciting for us to have a place where our daughter wanted to be, and that was a big part of why we wanted to be there.
Almost as soon as we started going to the bridge, they announced that they were doing 21 days of prayer, and Addison said, we're going to 21 days of prayer. And I said, Addison, it's at 5:30 a.m. And she said, Dad, I'll wake you up. I remember showing up Monday morning, and we sang a couple songs, and we did a quick devotional, and then Phil got on stage and said, okay, everybody get in groups of 3 or 4, and we're gonna pray for each other, and I'm gonna give you some prayer prompts. And I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, I'm a Methodist. That's what we did, and I can say that it changed my relationship with God. It opened me up to be more vulnerable, and I met some great people, and it was just an incredible experience. The best part was I got to experience it with my daughter, so it got us even closer together.
After 21 days of prayer, I was just I know so many people, I built so many relationships, and I think that God has taught me so much and brought me so much comfort out of that.
Region has been a life-changing experience for our family, and then also for both of us individually. So by TBF offering that program, it's just been incredible. And not only just from the aspect of growing in my faith with Christ, but I've also been able to be exposed to a whole new community of believers that I can literally reach out to any day, any night, 24/7. For me, Region has really, I don't know, it just I felt like I was part of TVF before I went through Region, and then now I see so many people that I know their stories, I know their struggles, and just the realness and the vulnerability that the program provides. It's been incredible to be a part of.
Yeah, and I think one thing that we didn't see coming was how much it would transform our marriage at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I think it put us both on a path to find out where God's at work and to follow Him and to seek Him. And that's been our focus for the past couple of years. And at the same time, it's brought us closer together as we're seeking Him.
So I was baptized when I was 9. And I didn't really understand. I kind of just did it to look cool and to impress my parents. And so going through the class about getting baptized and understanding why we do that and why we publicly declare I've given my life to God.
Addison, is it true that Jesus is Lord?
Definitely.
That experience was so surreal for me because I just remember getting dunked and coming up and seriously feeling renewed. And I just had this I don't know, it was just this peace, and I was just praise God, this is so amazing. That was a really special moment.
We serve at TBF on the guest services team, and then we also serve on the setup and tear down team. Stuart and I both serve this year as region leaders. And I think the reason why we serve, why it's so important, is we know that with an organization like TBF, it cannot happen just with the staff. It's not possible. They have to have support, in order to pull off everything that they are doing.
Yeah, and I think that has also opened up opportunities for us to serve outside of church a little bit in missions. Tori's very involved with the Bridge House. We work with Compassionate Hands. I took a trip to Scotland with the missions team last year. Getting out into the community and giving back is something that we have benefited from and have really found to be a blessing for our family.
Thank you, TBF, for loving and serving the next generation.
Thank you, TBF, for reintroducing me to my fire for God.
Thank you, TBF, for welcoming my family and providing us a home where we feel loved and secured by all the people there.